Today we're gonna react to the first episode of Arknights. So yeah, Arknights. I'm excited because I play the game, like it. I play the game. If you wanna add me, I will drop my ID down below. If you wanna add me, because I need some slots. I need those number sevens. Please give me the sevens. Opposite of everyone just having excess of number 7 plus I need number 7s. And yeah, seeing Arknights get an anime first before MiHoYo release out Genshin or a proper Honkai anime, it's funny. It's really funny. And then Arknights basically beat MiHoYo on this one. But yeah, okay. Not much to say really. I'm expecting them to cover, I don't know how many episodes Arknights will run, Arknights anime, but I'm expecting Arknights to cover probably Act 0 of the anime. So that's basically like chapter 1, 2, 3. Yeah, 1 to 3. So that's composed of 4 chapters then. Chapter 0, which is the prologue, chapter 1, chapter 2, chapter 3. Okay, I'm back. Oh, where I was I? Oh yeah, I think the anime will cover the first Act 0 and composing of chapter 0 to chapter 3. Chapter 1 will be the prologue. Chapter 0 is prologue, chapter 1 is continuation of the prologue. Chapter 2 and 3 is set what 2 weeks after the prologue, if I remember correctly. Yeah, and that's pretty much it. No more diddly-dillying. Let's go. Okay, Arknights. And Arknights, Reme Zenso, episode 1. And 3, 2, 1. Let's jam. Hey, Amiya. Donkey. Ooh, I like the panning of the voice. Hey. I like the panning of the voice. Left to right and right to left. I like it. Come on. Hey, Amiya. Amiya. Hey, Amiya. Donkey. Donkey. Amiya. How they're gonna deal with Doctor's voicelessness. Functions all look good, but hey, yeah, it's yeah. No, I like where how Doctor's so static. You're looking at Doctor's massive schlong? Yeah. Not sexual way, because doctors, they always know. Prelude to Dawn. Hey, the sarcophagus. Doctor. It's Scout. The reunion forces. Force. There's Medic. I don't remember them being a 3-man team. I remember that there's like two males working, and there's Medic. One was a melee and one was a range. I mean sniper. And there's medic, Mia, and then doctor. Yo, star pictures, eh? They really went with the wet hair doctor in a way. Nice one. Also, you don't expose yourself like that.
アーミヤさん、ドーベルマン隊長と連絡が取れません。すでにレユニオンと交戦しているのかもしれません。私たちも警戒して。ドクター、大丈夫ですか？
Are we going with the femdoc? Are we going with femdoc now? Because doc sounds feminine. You expect medic to fight? Are you really expecting medic to fight? Come on. What's with... It's funny because we don't have the dialogue boxes. I have to say though, so far the animation is very, very fluid. They have this lens type of... Medic is armed now. There's also... Eh... Well... Yeah, it's card. Hey, Doberman. Hey, so far, the episode is good. I'm sure people's gonna be pissed because Doctor is not speaking. Also, perfect depiction of the stuff because oh no, they will depict it properly because they're the ones who made the story. Everything in Terra is pretty large scale, to be honest. Plus, like, okay, that was a bit. That was a bit skip with Doberman. Doberman's pretty sus of Doc, to be honest. There's guard, there's sniper, there's there is one guard. Guard, yes. Hey, oh, they really made Doberman that shot. The shot, those shots, man. Exaggerated shots. How do you call it? Come on, medic. Light ops. What's that? Yes, finally. I'm pretty iffy with Doberman's voice acting here. She's if you listen to Doberman in the game, she's far more snappy. Come on. Come on, Doc. Come on, Doc. Come on, Doc. Come on, Doc. I really love the shots. They take a lot of shots used in Western movies to to portray the scenes in the anime. I really like it, especially like close up to wide shots like this. Come on, there's enemy. Come on, come on, Doc. Back, back. Fuck. Come on. Where's my Ace? Ace! Ace! My man! Ace, my man! Flashbang out! Ace, my man. Everyone respects Ace. Player base loves Ace. We love Ace. Any disrespect towards Ace deserves that. Deserves to be strapped on a crucifix and then let be consumed by the catastrophe. Doctor, come on, Doc. Yeah, it's the sad reality of this game. The story is pretty dark, to be honest, and pretty dystopian, to be honest. And the place, if you know what it means, I'm they really choose an androgynous voice for Doctor A because they don't wanna confirm his Doc's Ace. Ace, Ace, my man, my man, Ace, my man, animated Ace, my man. My man. Oh, that's my surprise. Man. Ace, man. Seeing Ace animated just makes me happy. Scout's team. Yep. All the works. Yep. That's the sad thing about movements like we don't want to be discriminated. We want equal rights, everything. Every woke movement. It's basically like just results to this. You can't control people that easily. And especially, yeah, showing your true colors. it's in the intrinsic nature of humans to basically do these kind of things, especially if they become an echo chamber because they think they're right. Everything else is wrong.
でも助かりました。あの時エースさんが様子を見に来てくれなかった。
Hmm.
それにしてもあいつら天才が目前に迫ってるこの時期になぜむしろ最初から天才の混乱に乗じるつもりだったんだ。
Yeah, about that.
自らの命を危険にさらしてでも復讐を遂げる。
奴らは血も涙もないクズどもだ。我々が受けてきた苦しみを今こそ味わわせてやる。数
ざっと20人。
About 20.
左方向から敵が来る。すぐに裏から出るぞ。
Come on.
ドクター
Avant-garde.
いやいい
Let's go, Doc.
自分で走れる。
Let's go. Oops, give me a sec. Give me a sec. Okay, we're back. Continue. Okay. So far, the enemy has a strong start. Civilians. Yeah.
どうした？親子が2人レユニオンのいる方へ。見つかったら殺されてしまいます。待て。あの人数と正面からぶつかる。
Yep.
犠牲者が増えるだけだ。危険なのは分かっています。ですが見過ごすわけにはいきません。
It can be done.
戦闘が長引けばこれ以上負傷者が増えれば天才からは逃げられん。ここにいる
01. This is mission 01. If I remember correctly.
上に立つ者として今何を優先すべきか考えろ。
Please log in. Administrator. Initializing OK.
Welcome back, Doctor.
Level 8. Welcome back.
Okay, rin na say. Doctor.
大丈夫
Deploying drones. Start searching for enemies.
助けられる。建物使って
ドクター、お前指揮を取れるのか？
待て。今の記憶がないお前には
No problems. It's all instinct. It all in his head. He's pretty smart.
あの時お二人を呼び止めることができたのはドクターのおかげなんです。周囲を観察し分析する
Sharp as ever. Yeah, sure.
全く変わっていません。私にはわかります。ドクターなら
Tell that to me who wastes 30 tries before clearing a stage.
戦いましょう。わかった。今はお前を
Well, to be honest, I cleared.
代表がそこまで言うなら乗るしかねえよね。
Hey,
ありがとうございます。
man. Ace, man.
我々の団体から沈黙を守り
Or shall be.
必要な戦いなら最後まで
When medic to medic.
それが私
I want that.
ロドスの行く道です。
And to be honest, in the game, although we get many ops,
さあ、命をもって償え。
お願いです。どうか助けてください。
Mission start.
この子だけでも
hey,
ああ、都合のいいこと言ってんじゃねえぞ。まずガキからだ。おい、もう十分殺しただろ。話せよ。
yeah. This is what happens to people who just want to be woke.
フェーズ1
Bonk. Who fires bolts on the car? You fucking idiots. Okay, that's the second skill of Amiya. Oh no, it's first skill, just rapid fire.
こいつらにも当たるぞ。黒いやつ。何の術師じゃなさそうだ。
Yep, she's not.
ただのガキだろうが。全員捕まえて、ここに連れてこい。
フェーズ
Come on. Mm. Ace. Where's Ace? Where's my man Ace?
なんなんだよ。おめえらも俺たちと同じじゃねえのか。
Yep.
3 Phase 4
Ace. Teledrop. Boop. Man. Ace on manly, man. Hey, my man. My man.
Mission accomplished.
Mission accomplished. Same as the game. And a little bit of chirping.
心配するな。立ちくらみを起こしたんで休ませてる。
Yep.
問題ない。
It happens, Basically, when you try to stand up immediately, blood rushes and then you lose your sense of balance.
ドクター、見事な指揮だった。今までの比例を詫びる。お前は一流の指揮官だ。
Right?
記憶がなくとも体に経験が残ってるってことが。
Eh.
でも、よくわからない。やめて。この子に触らないで。
Yeah, this is the problem too.
あなたも感染者なんでしょ。助けていただいたことには感謝します。
Yeah.
けど、もう私たちに構わないで。
Assholes, to be honest. You're infecting your little girl like that. It's the problem with the people in this world too. Hey, bye. Everyone's pretty much racist and discriminatory assholes. Segregation. I may laugh, but the stuff that happens in the game is just. Also, remember, this is a free to play mobile game. I have to give Cyberpunk the gall. Because they kind of. Here comes the stupid fucking gun drones. Crown Slayer? Crown Slayer! Time to bully her. Where's Spaceship? Specialist, where's Shaw? Time to bully.
この先の公園を抜ければニエル対スカウト隊との合流地点だ。俺たちが先行して状況を確認する。ここで待機していてくれ。
Mia.
心配していただいてありがとうございます。私は大丈夫ですよ。さっきのお母さんがなぜ私たちを拒絶したのか、ドクターに説明する。
All of you are infected to some extent. There are those that are not infected within Rhodes Island. There's Grey Throat. There's the Yan Dragons. Mm-hmm. Yep. You have to find it funny because Medic is almost the same girl in the loading screen in the game. Yep. Yeah. Well, in Colombia, I think if you have money, you just kind of buy your way out. Was it Colombia? I think it was Colombia. Yep. Mm-hmm. Infected or not, yes. Yep. But, most of the things Rhodes Island did so far are inhibitants, basically prohibiting the further infection. Yep. Yep. Expert in empathy. True. Mm-hmm. True. The
こちらエース。周囲に異常なし。トンネルを抜けてくれ。
了解。前進するぞ。どうした？
here comes the catastrophe. 4 hours, if I remember. 3 hours, yes. And
もう治りかけてますよ。
been worse.
ありがとうございます。 ドクターがいなければ私はあの親子の救出を諦めていました。
Mm.
あ
Yeah.
なたは
Here,
偶然
medic looks like this girl.
私たちロドスの一員です。
Medic looks like this girl.
一番大切な
Taisetsuna. Oh yeah.
大切な仲間です。さあ、行きましょう。
Well, to be honest, Doctor is your neglecting dad. Calcit is your Calcit and Teresa are your moms. With Teresa being the how do you call this? How do you call Teresa? The doting mom, and then doting grooming mom, and then there's Calcit, basically your mentor mom. Hey, I had to say, first episode of this anime, great. Like, okay, my only problem was with the interaction with Doberman from the start, but everything else. See, Studio Nexus, you can do it if you just kind of study your own materials. It's really good. Although I have to give Studio Nexus credit because they're nailing it on the fourth episode, and I'm sure fifth episode will be good too. So yeah, first episode covering which 00 to 01 to 03, I guess. We've met with Ace, we've met our Doberman, Ace, man, Ace. If you play this game, you cannot not love Ace. You only meet Ace, and then you immediately fall in love with how much of a giga chat that man is. He oozes so much manliness. You're just attracted to it. Ah, man. I love Ace, man. Everyone loves Ace. Ace is just... ah. He's the daddy, yo. And... yeah, to explain a bit Arknights, it's basically this world where you don't see a normal human like us. That absence of, what do you call this? Horns, long ears, whiskers, scales, etc. Well, Igerians could be close to us. People like Spectre, Skadi. Yeah, Skadi especially. She looks more of human. Gladia has scales. She's forming her scales in her neck. And yeah. Especially, I'm expecting the... I'm just expecting... I'm expecting the anime they covered the entirety of this. Act 0, Separated Hearts. No. Yeah, Evil Time Part 2, Separated Hearts, and then Singing Shock. Yeah. I am very, very hyped right now about this anime. I like it. They done everything so well. Except for Doberman. Because the first time Doberman meet Doctor, she's very, very like, I don't trust this man, Amiya. Like, come on, Amiya. Come on. And yeah. Oh yeah, they change stuff with Ace too. Like, Ace basically... yeah, Ace basically like... I can understand why they skip. They change some of the story, but overall, it's the prologue of the game. It doesn't matter how much they present it because there's nothing much groundbreaking in the presentation on the prologue of Arknights. It's probably more the mysterious voice, which I like how they mix that voice. Left to right, right to left. It's very, very nice. There's also most of my problems in this episode were just stemming from Doberman. Doberman in the game is far more snappy sounding. Doberman in the anime is pretty much like I try not to raise my voice in the studio. But yeah, there's nothing really much of a problem. So yeah, in this world, the world of Arknights, aka Terra, the world is filled with people or animal-like people, anthropomorphized animals, what should I call it, of different races. For example, Amiya, our protagonist, is a donkey. Uh, Joking aside, she's a Kautus, basically a race of bunny people. And Doberman is Vulpo, because it's in her name, Doberman, dog. Vulpo, no, not Vulpo. Is it Vulpo for dogs? Wolves? Yeah, I think, yeah. Ace is a, how they call people from Casimir's again? The horse people. Yeah, if you don't know, Ace is such a giga chad. His race is from the horse people. Probably hung too. And yeah, the company, the organization Dr. Amiya Doberman Ace belongs to is called Rhodes Island. They are a pharmaceutical company. Ironic. Pharmaceutical company armed to the teeth with crossbows, magics, swords, etc. Whip. In case of Doberman, a whip. It's funny because uh it's such a contrast, to be honest, but at the same time not unexpected. It's so funny, man. I really love this. I love this game. Like, this is one of the games out there that I don't mind playing on and on and on, especially as a gacha game, because this game, with- when it comes to gacha, is one of the games that I really love about. Um, yeah. So to talk about more in the world of Terra, there's that storm you see earlier. That is called a catastrophe. What catastrophe does is wreck shit. Literally, every kind of storm does wreck shit. But what the side effects of a catastrophe is basically infect them with oripathy, because it's raining originium, basically some kind of cancer rock within that world. As you can see from the hands of Amiya, yeah, she has the black lines and red insides of it. And the worst aspect of that is that as time goes on, when the infection spreads, basically your body is similar to calcification. Basically, your body hardens like rock like, and when you die, you become a, how do you call this, a carrier. And in your dead decomposing body, basically becomes a new source for the infection. It spreads airborne, basically. And yeah, the that point, the death of an infected, it's far more emphasized in one of the events in the game called Originium Dust. It's a collab event between Hypogryph and Ubisoft. So it's basically a Arknights and Rainbow Six Siege collaboration. And to be honest, I really love that event. Story wise, it's fun. Gameplay wise, fuck the last boss. I hate the last boss on that one. But yeah, yeah, infected. Due to this, infected are pretty much discriminated. They are basically treated like with inhumane references. If For example, if there's a need for people in the coal mines, they're just basically gonna drag infected and just chuck them into mines, and basically like make them work there till they die, because nobody gives a shit in this privileged world of these people that are not infected. And also, it's funny because it's the same kind of premise in Shadow and Eminence. Basically, people with the, how do you call this again? The, I forget what's called them. Those people who become blobs because the curse of the hero's descendants. Once they are cursed, they turn into blob, and pretty much anyone who is afflicted with that are discriminated. And you'll learn more about those kind of people after next episode, after episode 5. There's gonna be more about it. There's also Alpha, already a prime example of that. She got tossed out from her own country because, you know, she got her curse of Diabolos, as we call it. So yeah, there's many factions in Arknights. There's also many countries, and I think one of the most favorite races in Arknights is probably the Vulpos, because everybody loves Texas and Suzuran. And yeah, not just Suzuran, there's also Lapland. Everybody loves them. But I am a pure Yan enjoyer. I love my dragon girls. I currently have all 3 sisters at the moment. Max level, max promotions, everything. Except for uh, potentials, because I am not that well off financially to roll for the gacha. But I have them. Elite, Elite 2 promotions and level 90. Skills are M9. And yeah, that's pretty much it, to be honest. Um, that was Arknights. First episode of the Arknights anime. So far, so good. And I'm expecting more next week about it. And it's too bad that it's released on Crunchyroll. I don't like Crunchyroll. Come on, I don't want to pay that huge amount of money for you. So I'm just gonna watch Ross directly from Japan. So yeah, that's pretty much it. All of the YouTube shenanigans, do it. Like, share, subscribe, etc. Next time. Bye.